Hi, Esther Suzanne Scott here. I wanted to show you what I'm working on. It's fairly easy work, it just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of sewing. This piece is titled, Are We Meeting at the Hotel for the 16th Time? And what I do is I cut the letters and then just generally sew them down. And it's coming around pretty good. I wanted to talk about a few things about me. I'm sure you already know that I'm bipolar, so it's fairly difficult managing life being bipolar. As we all know, there's like ups and downs and good days and very bad days, sad days, just epic days, grand days. Just it's really difficult, and most often I feel like somebody's after me or trying to get me, and then I end up having a panic attack. And usually sometimes what it is where I feel like life is quite overwhelming and I sort of then have to retreat or flee the scene. What happens is my heart starts to get really starts to beat fast, and my head is thinking about a billion things at once, and then my heart can't compete with the thoughts, and it's just biologically things get really crazy. So a lot of the times I manage with getting a phone call from Dana, my boss, or routines. Like I have to have a very strict routine. I do a certain amount of everything every single day just to keep my life balanced. And I find that that helps a lot. There's a lot of things to think about. I have a lot of things to think about because I do things on my own mostly. So it's a lot to think about, a little bit of stress. But I manage with just taking things at a very slow pace. And sort of like working on projects, sort of like on top of each other. So I'll like start something. I've got some big projects and small projects and drawings and paintings and all different kinds of things going on. But that kind of helps me out as well too. Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of what it's like to be bipolar. And of course, I have to take meds, which is not fun. But some days I feel like I don't need to take that. And of course I do. Which is, I say, well, I'm only going to take half. Or I'm only going to take a third. Or, did I take it? Like I have to document if I took it or not. So sometimes I don't take it by accident. But it's not much, but still it really affects me if I don't take it, then I'll be not sleeping for months. And I don't know if maybe if you haven't slept for one day, but I've had episodes where I haven't slept for months and months and months because I'm sometimes downloading conversations from somebody I've had from maybe centuries ago, but I'm still downloading that conversation, which is, people don't realize I'm very sensitive. I'd really take almost every single thing that somebody tells me to heart. And some people equate that with me being a snob, but I certainly am not a snob. So fortunately, like I get to make art at my own speed. I couldn't work at McDonald's and I couldn't work at a normal job just because I'm not wired to handle the demands of doing things at a high pace. So it's really difficult for me to just sometimes even function at a normal level. Things are, overwhelming. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. But life goes on, and I just have to take things at my own speed. I have my dogs who ground me like I'm their mom. So, I take them for walks regularly, and a regular routine helps me. And then I also go to church, and people at church are really nice. And they always kind of want to know what's going on with me, if I'm okay. And most often, I'm okay. I just keep myself busy mostly. We're going to be reading a new book for church in the reading group soon. Something about minding your own business. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if we will be reading that. And I'm also reading another book on something about divine love, about a relationship a woman had with Jesus and her sightings that she had experienced. And I sometimes feel like I feel like similar experiences that I have with Jesus, with the things that I see every day. So in some ways I feel like we all have a relationship with Jesus, but I feel like he has my back most often. Generally speaking, he's there to take care of me, and all of us. So sometimes we just have to sort of listen to that when he is talking to you, and sort of pay attention to the way the wind is blowing, or so I kind of have a feeling that I have a spiritual connection with him, as we all do. I hope you do. But anyway, so I'm just working on a bunch of stuff today. What's gonna happen next is Tuesday, and I have a lot of routines. So I just run thing on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday. Same thing every day. I don't go anywhere, and I just keep plugging away at my work, and that seems to sort of help me. And that's how I sort of manage my anxiety. I don't really have any rules. Sometimes I wish I had. I think as all girls want is somebody to play with all day. However, of course, that's not how it works for me. I have 2 dogs, so I don't have anyone to play with me. So I keep myself busy with, work. And that's how it works. And that's how it is. Anyways, I'm going to get back to work, and and that's how I manage living with anxiety. Yeah. Lately, I've been interested in working with narratives that are fictitious and sort of romance bound, of characters in sort of this fantasy world, and that sort of helps me. What you don't have in reality, you can make up in fiction. And so that kind of helps me as well, because I have this imaginary sort of life that I live in my work. Of course, things like that don't happen, but it's fun to dream about things that possibly could happen.